This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, what up? Happy Wednesday. Welcome. Jason Walker Show inside the Above All Handyman Services Man Cave. And you need to get a hold of Above All Handyman Services today to get booked for anything that you might need done around the house. And I'm telling you, they are fantastic at everything. And man, you need to give them a call. 465-3483. They redid our man cave. They redid our bathroom last year, and we love what they do. Also available in Colorado Springs, Colorado. So check them out. Above All Handyman Services. The Jason Walker Show coming up today. That's What She Said with Alex Eschelman. We'll check in with her about Gallatin Valley Athletics. Also, the walk-off and much more on this day in history as well. You can watch on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, TreasureStateRadio.com. And as always, just go to JasonWalkerShow.com if you missed anything, including yesterday's interview with Big Fork football coach Jim Benn, who had some really good things to say about how possibly we can get parents and to stay out of the way, and school boards, stay out of the way. Let good coaches, let good teachers do their jobs, and let good officials do their jobs. And if you can handle it, then do it yourself. That basically is it. So that is up on JasonWalkerShow.com, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube page as well. The opening segment brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry. And when I say premier, I mean premier. They're the best. Over 50 years experience, the finest craftsmen available in the state, and they will build you a home crafted to last for generations. They'll work with your dreams. They'll work with your budget, most importantly, and you can check them out at yourcustomlog.com to get started today. Montana Grizzlies lacrosse team continues to roll at the Men's Collegiate Lacrosse Association Division II National Championship after picking up a win last night over Cal State San Marcos and won 13-9 in the quarterfinals. So they will play tomorrow night down in Austin, Texas against Rhode Island in the semifinals at 5:15 Mountain Time. Brody Stevens had 3 goals. Trent Tubbs had a couple in the victory, which is pretty cool. Tucker Sargent is the coach. He won the national title as a player back in 2007, and he's coaching the team. And they will play tomorrow, 5:15 Mountain Time, the Grizz men's lacrosse team in the semifinals against Rhode Island. So we wish them the best. Let's see. Softball, you had Montana, the 6th seed, pulling off an upset as Montana freshman Presley Jancy had the winning hit in extra innings. Allie Brock, 4th scoreless innings in relief, and a 5-4 upset over the 3rd seed Portland State in the first round of the Big Sky softball tournament down in Ogden, Utah. UM now will play in the undefeated semifinals against Sacramento State later tonight. Jancy had a pinch hit 2 RBI double with 2 outs, or 2-out RBI double that scored Kylie Becker to give the Grizz the 5-4 lead in the top of the 8th. And Becker had been the first base runner since the 5th inning. All Big Sky pitcher Olivia Gray for Portland State gave up 5 runs on 6 hits, 3 walks, struck out 8. Jancy's go-ahead hit gave the Grizz their first lead since it was 2-0 back in the second. Megan McGrath, the player of the year. And Cammie Sellers, honorable mention, Big Sky, led off the game with back-to-back solo home runs. And the Grizz fought their way back from a 4-2 deficit to beat the Vikings. And it was the second upset in as many games. 5th seed Idaho State knocked off Northern Colorado, the 4 seed, to move on to face Weber today in the undefeated semifinals. So the Grizz women softball continuing to roll along with the lacrosse. So that's pretty cool, right? I think so. Let's see. What else happened last night? In Helena, you had Crosstown, and the Capital boys swept and hadn't beaten Helena High in years in Crosstown, but went 15-1 combined this season against the Bengals, and the Bruins have won 2 in a row. Ryan Ashley led the way with a straight set sweep over Bengal Reese Anderson Foster, and it was not good for the Helena High boys, but the Capital boys getting it done. And looking forward to divisionals next week. Capital hadn't won in about 6 years until earlier this year. And they got it done. Ryan Swenson's pretty proud of the group. Helena girls got the win to get the sweep of the Bruin girls, won by a score of 7-1. Matched that score from earlier in the season. Kale Kijalo won his straight sets, number 1 singles over Catherine Burbridge. 6-1, 7-5. Keaton Normandy, also straight set winner over Elsie Ambrose at Capital. Liv Peterson, Maya Getz picked up wins. And in doubles, it was Kimber Miller and Eva Santos getting the win over Miranda Schaefer, Abby Wiles. Maureen Blasey and Natalie Seaburn also notched a big win, straight sets. And Olivia Huber and Hannah Romney won in doubles as well in straight sets. So you've got divisionals next week, shaping up to be a good one. Top 4 singles and doubles teams from divisionals go to the state tournament. And that'll be an exciting weekend as well. Let's see, what else did we see? Speaking of the Grizz, Greg Sundberg, who's done a great job with the Grizz, and he's been a longtime administrator, has been promoted to Deputy Athletics Director. That was announced today. He'll oversee external operations such as communications, marketing, and ticket sales, the GSA, and he also is in charge of men's and women's tennis and women's golf, while overseeing athletic training and strength and conditioning. So, there you go. It's been with the Grizz for over 30 years. It's pretty impressive. So, congratulations to Greg Sundberg as well. I think that was about it. Cooper Dulich of MSU Billings named the Great Northwest Athletic Conference Freshman of the Year. And he is a shortstop. Became the first player from MSU Billings to earn that award. He hit .346 this year, heading into this week's baseball championships for the GNAC. He was also on base about 46% of the time, had 35 RBI, 13 doubles, 7 bases, and is 5th in the league with 104 defensive assists, and at shortstop has earned 17 double plays. The Jackets will open up GNAC championships Thursday against Western Oregon out in Monmouth, Oregon. Keep you updated on the Jackets as they look to continue in the postseason. It's been a great year for Montana collegiate athletics. Obviously, the Cats had such a great year, but when you look at what Miles softball and baseball did, getting big wins and championships over the weekend, and then I guess it was Monday. MSUB in the GNACs, 25-25 on the year, but looking forward to maybe getting an upsets and winning that thing. So it's been a fun year for Montana sports, and it's really kind of just getting started. I mean, with summer, with baseball and rodeo and such, but we're going to wrap up spring sports in a couple of weeks with a lot of fun. State champions will be crowned. the Memorial Day weekend. So there's lots of great stuff still to come in the state of Montana, high school, college as well. We were going to be joined today by Cola Badbear. She asked if we could move it to tomorrow, so we are. Cola Badbear will join us, the Montana State Bobcat women's basketball player. She will join us on the show tomorrow. And who knows who else will join us tomorrow. It's going to be a fun show. But today, we have a fun show lined up as well, and that includes talking with the one and only Alex Eschelman. She'll be down in Billings with us in June for the Montana Football Hall of Fame induction ceremony, which is coming up, I believe, June 22nd. And I actually have a picture to put up because that is not it. This is it. June 25th is when it is. 5 o'clock Hall of Fame induction banquet. Shannon Schillinger, Blaine McElmurray, Dane Fletcher, Jim Sweeney, Rocky Gullickson, Marsh Sunderland, Dane Storiston, Washington Redskins. Now, what are they called now? The Commodores or Commanders, whatever, I don't know. Robert Rides at the door will be inducted as well. And it's going to be fun. We'll be down there Thursday, the 23rd, doing our show. Got the golf tournament on the 24th, Friday, and then the 25th. We'll have a lot of fun because we'll be doing a red carpet ceremony. You can watch on the Jason Walker Show pages, as well as the Montana Football Hall of Fame page on Facebook as well. And it'll be a lot of fun. And Alex Eschelman is going to join us down there with a lot of the interviews for the red carpet. So we'll talk to her when we come back. The opening segment brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry. You've got milled, handcrafted, and timber frame. You can check out everything they do at yourcustomlog.com today. Alex Eschelman, that's what she said Wednesday, coming up next. This is the Jason Walker Show.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Father's Day is coming fast, and what more would that great dad in your life want than a full detail from Auto Concepts? Or maybe he would just prefer a lift kit. It's also camping season, and now is the perfect time to outfit that rig with a winch just in case. Auto Concepts is your home for everything for your vehicle, including updating your car stereo system too. Auto Concepts also has gift certificates for dad or yourself. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show, inside the Above All Handyman Services Man Cave. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. On this day in history, the walk-off, and more still to come. Don't forget, tomorrow we're talking to Bobcat women's basketball player Cola Badbear on the show, so that'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to chatting with her. I don't think I've ever talked with her, so that'll be fun. One girl we always enjoy talking with, though, is none other than, I think she might be my favorite reporter in the history of the world. Her name is Alex Eschelman. I mean it. I mean it. She is absolutely fantastic. Let's get her on the air here. Here we go. We missed you the last couple weeks. How are you doing?
I know. I'm so sorry, Jay.
Oh, and then she freezes up.
It was a busy week. It was.
Uh-oh, we lost her. Nope. Okay. We got your video. We're having trouble with your audio.
I lost you there. Hold on.
Okay. Alex Eschelman.
Sorry, bad service there for a second.
No, we got you. We got you. She is ABC Fox Montana sports reporter Alex Eschelman. We can see you. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. How was Colorado? Your sister's graduation from college. Always a big deal. What college was it?
The University of Colorado Boulder.
Okay.
And she's that type of person, Jason, where she can work hard and she can play hard. She can go and have all the friends and go to all the parties and even be on the cheer team her freshman year. Meanwhile, she gets straight A's. She's on the honor roll. She just does it all. And meanwhile, I was the one crying to my teacher in AP bio class to try to pass back in junior year of high school. So, I mean, just two different, from the same, from the same gene pool, just she got the better genes there in that perspective. But I'm so proud of her, and it was really fun. Thank you for asking.
What is I've been good. What is she going to graduate, or what did she graduate in, and what's she going to be?
So she wants to go into journalism as well, but she wants to go into, she wants to get an editorial assistant job. So she wants to kind of go into magazine work,
nice,
more print journalism, and in a creative space and more the print side.
Gotcha. So you come from a very smart family, basically. I mean, as far as creative and good ideas.
Well, you know what? Not to toot our own horn, but I'm proud of my family for sure. I think that everybody's very creative in their own way. And I mean, it's just, what are you going to say? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Same to you and your family, Jason.
Well, thanks. I mean, we have some issues, but doesn't every family? The little one celebrated her 4th birthday. We had her birthday last Sunday, the May the 1st, because that is her birthday.
So fun.
As she turned 4, we went to the Great Northern Carousel and rode around on the carousel for an hour and a half. So if you have dizziness issues, maybe not the best thing for you. But hanging out with, I got to tell you, I love kids. I don't love anybody else's as much as mine, but I love kids. But I got to tell you that hanging out for an hour and a half with 12 to 15, 4 to 5-year-old girls. Now, I don't know which is worse because I DJ'd my oldest daughter's wedding when she was like, or not wedding, her 8th grade thing. And she had a big party afterwards. And I played music I played for that. So I don't know which is worse, a bunch of 4 or 5-year-old girls or a bunch of teenage girls.
Ooh, I don't know. I'm not a parent yet, so I don't know. And I'm not a parent to any daughters, so I couldn't tell you. But from my upbringing, probably my teenage years were a little worse. But I don't know. I was like a goody two-shoes all the way through. I mean, so I don't know.
Okay. Let me ask you this. When did you get your first, note from a boy? Because she just got one the other Monday. And
early on,
and I'm freaking out. She's 4.
The confidence that 2nd grade boys have, or elementary school kids, is really quite astonishing. Because remember Valentine's Day, you'd have the little the Valentine's gram, little notes and all of that. And there was a boy that would pick a different girl every single year. So I think I was probably 4th grade. It was my turn, 4th grade.
Okay. That's what she said, brought to you by Dinner's Done Right. Alex Eschelman joining us, ABC Fox Montana sports reporter. I have to continue on this for a second because as a dad of a son and 2 daughters, I'm freaking out about all of them. But it's frustrating being a dad. Because you just have to worry about, especially girls.
Being a girl dad?
Oh, and I love being #girl dad. I love it. I absolutely love it. But it's scary because they're so cute.
It does sound scary, Jason. I'm sorry I can't relate to this, but I'm sure my dad can relate to this. We got to have him on the show.
We should. How many girls are in your family?
Well, just my sister and I, and then obviously my mom, and then in my family as a whole, or just to me. I mean, it's definitely more girls than boys.
Okay. And all Italian, which is
scary. It's kind of girl power, but it's 60-40. It's 60-40.
Okay. And
there's
you're
a
all
good amount of guys too.
Like I said, you're all Italian, so that's scary.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But relaxed Italians, not my mom's side. I've said that before.
Yes, you have.
My mom is an East Coast Italian.
Oh, East Coast. Okay. Speaking of, baked tortellini is on the menu for the Dinner's Done Right this month. Tortellini is fantastic anytime.
Tortellinis, yeah. Okay. Anything pasta, the best.
Okay. Do you like meatballs?
I just actually had the grizzly sandwich from the Pickle Barrel, so yes.
Okay, all right. So that's obviously okay. All right, so that's got some meatballs in it. All right, let's talk some sports, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay, what's going on in Bobcat athletics? We know lacrosse got beat out in the quarterfinals, or I believe at the quarterfinals, or maybe the first round at the lacrosse tournament, but. The year of the Bobcat just keeps going, it seems. And I know Bethany Cordell's the one that coined it, and we have to give her all the credit in the world. Mm-hmm. But, right. Man, what a great showing. And then Trey Morris, Coach of the Year for tennis after winning the first title in 10 years. And then he's leaving for family reasons.
I know. It's a bummer. But you know what? I think it's a really good decision for he and his family. And just what another incredible person. And Leon Costello constantly reverts back to this because I always ask him, what's the secret? Why is everything clicking so well right now? And I just think that it's a really good group of people across the board, whether that be, the head coaches within the athletic department or within the club programs. I'm actually doing a story today on the club baseball team. They qualified for regionals for the first time in 17 years. And they're trying to raise money to travel and be able to stay and compete. So that is the story I will be kind of putting together for tomorrow. But Just incredible, Jason. It's been a great year, and it's hard. I don't want to be a negative Nelly, but it's hard to go, gosh, how can we top this?
Right. Well, and the lacrosse story is a great one, too, because we all know a few weeks ago their bus basically burned down. They lost all their equipment. And
Thank God no one got hurt. Jeez.
Yeah, and the outpouring of support that came in on social media was outstanding. And, I mean, that just says a lot about the family of sports in general. But what a great story that turned out to be.
Yeah, the coolest thing about that, too, Jason, is you could go through the GoFundMe. And first of all, they doubled the amount, which they still needed. The price that they put on it was not necessarily what they needed. What they doubled that amount, and they really did need that amount to be able to cover. I mean, even they don't even know if the bus they'll fully be able to get a bus back. But the coolest thing about that story is that there were Grizz fans, contributing. There were North Dakota State fans, the team that they had just lost to, their families were contributing. People from all over the country were contributing. And not only did that show, I think the lacrosse community is so tight-knit. And I think that's a big reason why it's one of the fastest growing sports in the country. But in general, it's just, it makes you believe that there are more good people out there than bad people, for sure.
100%. We're talking with Alex Eschelman. That's what she said, brought to you by Dinners and Right. She's the ABC Fox Montana sports reporter. Stay on the Bobcats for a little bit. You had Daniel Hardy drafted in the 7th round. You had Troy Anderson, of course, in the 2nd round. 3 other Bobcats signing on undrafted free agent contracts. Mm-hmm. What a great story. And I had Jeff Choate on the show last week, and he said, I don't know if in MSU history, if you've had 5 guys have a chance to go on to the league, which is absolutely wonderful.
I think he's right. I don't know that stat for sure, but I do think he is right on that. And I don't know if you saw this, but I was able to speak with Troy and with Danny after they got drafted. They were kind enough to let me bug them for 20 to 30 minutes and just ask them how exciting that moment was. But so well deserved for all 5 guys. And you would like to see all of them get a shot. That's the one gut-wrenching moment, is that you feel like all these guys are such great people and you would love for all of them to have a shot. But I did tell a lot of them too, during pro day and just being able to pass by them in interviews and all that. I'm like, you know what, regardless what happens, you people are going to do great things, in whatever field you work in, because, it took a special group to do what they did last season. And that wasn't just because of their talent on the field. It was because of who they are as people.
I 100% agree with that. And one thing Coach Choate brought up too was, the backstories of these kids, like Daniel Hardy. His mom dealt with breast cancer. Lewis Kidd's dad passed away. I mean, and he battled staying at MSU or moving on. And it's great to see, a couple of Big Sky guys in Cooper Kupp and Lance McCutcheon potentially with LA Rams, and Daniel Hardy as well. And I think that's the best thing, was the backstories of all of these kids. I mean, Lance McCutcheon was a Frontier Conference basketball recruit. He wasn't even on MSU's radar until late in his senior season, and now he's got a shot to join the defending Super Bowl champs.
I know, it's so exciting, and it's it's going to be fun. The Falcons and the Rams play each other. I don't know exactly what date. We'll find out tomorrow, or if they might have announced it today. I don't know, but I believe the official schedule releases tomorrow. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but both those teams are supposed to play each other. So I'm crossing my fingers for Lance and Trey and just the whole group, Troy, Danny, that they can all be on the field and get a cool group picture. I know a lot of the NFL players who used to formerly play on the same college team hold up each other's jerseys. That's always a cool sight, and I hope that they get to do that.
You did talk to Daniel Hardy and Troy Anderson. What was the thing that stuck out to you the most about what they said about their chances of, being in the league, being 2nd and 7th round draft choices?
Well, I think for Troy, as we know, is like the most humble human being on the face of the planet. Yeah. And I mean, he obviously assumes he's going to be playing linebacker, but he's like, I'll do anything. I don't care. Throw me in whatever. I just want to play and I want to win. So, and that's always him. That's just his brand. He wants to play and he wants to win. Most importantly, win. But, for Troy, it was cool because I feel like as of recent, you almost feel like there's maybe a weight lifted off his shoulders or something. I don't know. He just seems really happy, and not saying that he did never seem happy, but he's so focused and locked in. So it's nice to finally see all of his hard work pay off. And you can see that in his expression and the way he talks. Again, I was so thankful that he even let me do an interview with him. Because I know, that's people are probably shooting that question to him left and right. So I was very fortunate for that. And with Danny, he's been through so much adversity. Like you said, Jason, like dad passed away. And he talks about his dad all the time, all season, about what he's meant to him. And the fact that his family was in there. I turned on the Zoom and I go, oh, we got the sister, we got the mom, we got everybody in this. They wanted to be in it, and they made that interview. And it was so on brand to Danny because he always talks about how important his family is. So to have them all there sitting together and experiencing that moment together was really special.
We're talking with Alex Eschelman. That's what she said, brought to you by Dinner's Done Right. Couple of Bobcats have left in the transfer portal. TJ Session, the biggest one. I think he's headed off to Cal. You got a dude headed off to Delaware. How does that affect the upcoming roster?
That is a great question, Jason. And I've actually been asking the same question myself and trying to learn about this whole process. Because we've talked about it first and foremost. The whole transfer portal thing, it's not just happening at Montana State. It's happening everywhere. Yep. And this is the new wave of college athletics and college football. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, it's happening. And what I've learned is, there's a lot of things that we don't know that are behind closed doors with the coaches and the players. A lot of these guys, they were either, nicked from the team, or they said, hey, you're not going to play, whatever. There are things that go on behind closed doors that we don't necessarily know about. And, I don't know exactly the stories behind why every person transferred in the first place, but there's a possibility that there were things worked out prior to that announcement that the player made that they're entering the transfer portal. Like you said, I think TJ was definitely probably the biggest shock, because it does put a question in your head about the O-line this year. And you're like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen there. But then I revert back to this time last year and I go, what was anybody thinking about Montana State this time last year?
True.
I mean, they went to the national championship, and I guarantee you that not one person that wasn't a part of the team was saying, oh yeah, they're going to go to the national championship this time last year.
Right.
So anything can happen. And I do think, from an outsider looking in, the amount of transfers that went into the portal and are moving, it comes to a shock. But as I'm learning more and more, I don't think it's necessarily a shock to the team, if that makes sense.
Yep, 100%. Let's switch gears to high school sports real quick. We're 2 weeks away from the end of spring sports season, and you've got a lot going on down there. And the Bozeman tennis teams continue to do well, and softball down there in the Gallatin Valley is pretty good too.
Yeah, and Jason, I've just been bopping from sport to sport. You know it. Spring sports is a really interesting thing because you feel very busy in the fall and the winter with football and basketball, just because I feel like they're kind of bigger, not bigger productions, but I don't, for some reason, it feels like a busier time. However, once it gets to spring, the amount of sports that you are going from, it's just crazy. When we were covering softball, we're covering track and field, we're covering, like you said, tennis, like just everything. And I'll actually be in Lewistown in a couple weeks to cover the Class B and C state softball, or just C. I'm not quite sure.
Class B, C is together. Yep.
Yes. So I'll be covering that, and I'm very excited because I've never been to Lewistown, but I've heard great things.
It's a great town, and I really love Lewistown. I'll be in Missoula for NFHS calling the AA state championships for softball.
Oh, fun.
So that'll be a good time.
I'm interested to see how Belgrade does, because I just covered West and Belgrade. It was a back and forth until West kind of ran away with it later in the game, but I don't want to be biased, but I love covering those Belgrade girls. Yeah. They're just so cool in the way that they've been able to win at every single level. So, I hope they stay at least in that top 3 spot. It would be cool to see them battle it out against a couple Billings teams.
It will be. I mean, you've got West, you've got Senior led by Kennedy Venner, which is maybe the best pitcher in the state, but then you got Capital, which is really good. Sentinel's really good. I mean, it's I think it's a 5-team horse race in Class AA, and it's going to be fun. You also have golf because you've got the B divisionals just wrapped up, or are wrapping up this week, and then you've got state golf, which is nuts. And I mean, let's not forget how good golf teams down there are too.
Definitely. And you know what I have the most respect for, Jason, with all of these spring sports teams? I don't know if another group of teams goes through as much adversity weather-wise as all of these sports teams do. The amount of rescheduling. A couple of days ago, we had like a whiteout blizzard pass through the Gallatin Valley. Today, it feels like it might as well be 70 degrees. I mean, it just is all over the place. And these girls and guys don't complain. They pick up. I mean, softball, they were in their shorts. I was triple layered with coats. I had gloves, just classic. Bill Lamberty's the best. I was dressed like I was going to Antarctica a couple days ago, and he goes, "You look like a soft Californian." I said, "It's because I am a soft Californian, Jason. What do you want, or Bill? What do you want me to say?" What can you say?
He is the best.
I'll admit it. Make fun of me for it. I am. But no, they are just tough. These Montana kids are just tough.
Yep. That's Montana tough. That's the slogan. Before I let you go, I got to ask about the Montana Football Hall of Fame induction ceremony coming up next month. How excited are you? Because you'll be hosting our red carpet. Together. I know, we get to work together again and on the Jason Walker Show, which is really cool. I'm looking forward to your interviews with a lot of those people.
I'm so grateful and appreciative of the opportunity that you're giving me, Jason. I cannot wait. It's going to be so special, and we'll be playing in that golf tournament too the day before with everyone, which I am also. You'll be playing in that, yeah?
Oh, absolutely.
Always, yeah.
Yes.
So I'll be, whipping around my pink golf clubs, and we're just gonna go for it.
What brand of golf clubs do you have?
Oh, I don't know, Jason. I need to go home and look. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm bad about my. These are the same golf clubs I've had since I think my sophomore year of high school.
Okay. Did you play in high school?
No, but I did. I've told you this before. My dad played at Oregon for a couple of years, and so he grew up. We were in golf and tennis camp every year.
Nice.
So.
Are you a better golfer or tennis player?
Oh, golfer. Okay. Hands down.
Okay. What's your handicap?
Okay, now we're getting too technical because I don't necessarily have a handicap quite yet because I don't necessarily play enough.
Okay.
But I promise you, I am a better golfer than I am a tennis player.
Okay. I hope we get on the same team because I think we have like 3 or 4 media teams. Chris Byers is setting all of that up. I don't care about playing with the celebrities. I want to play with the media people because we're fun.
Oh, we'll be playing together. We'll have a ball. It'll be fun.
We have to request
I'm
it.
super excited.
No, it's going to be a great weekend down there, and I'm really glad you're able to go because, you do the best interviews. So, and anybody can check that out. All right, so what are we working on this week?
Like I said, baseball story tonight. Tomorrow we are, oh my gosh. Well, I've got my calendar right here. Let's talk about it. Okay, so we've got baseball. We've got Bozeman boys and girls lacrosse trying to repeat for bring home their 5th straight state title, both teams. So that's really exciting. What else is going on here? Track and field, we got 5B districts. We got a little wake-up coverage. The Belgrade Band is trying to raise money. They qualified for a big competition in Washington, D.C. So a lot of great stuff is happening right now. And it's graduation, and we're just going to keep the party rolling because I have a cousin who is graduating from Montana State this week.
Oh, very nice. Speaking of this time of the year, it is prom season. How many proms did you go to in high school?
I went to 2.
Okay. Same guy?
No.
Okay.
No. Different. And I was asked my sophomore year, but I wasn't allowed to go.
Oh, okay.
So it's okay.
I never went to prom, and I never went to homecoming. I asked one girl, like 3 straight years. 3 straight years, I asked one girl, and she said no every time because she said, we're like brother and sister. And I'm like, says who?
You can still go with your brother or sister.
I thought so.
You don't have to be boyfriend or girlfriend or anything like that. You can go with a friend.
Yeah, so I never went to prom, and I never went to homecoming.
You know what, Jason? You weren't missing out on that much. I mean, it's memories, but you weren't missing out. Don't worry about it.
I went to one dance in high school, and it was twerp. So the girl asked me. She was a senior. I was a junior, and I had just gotten cut that day.
Oh, so it's Sadie's. What'd you call it?
Twerp. The woman is required to pay.
I've never heard it called that.
Yeah, Bozeman High. That's what it was called, twerp. But Sadie Hawkins dance, yes. Yes, yeah.
Okay.
The woman is required to pay. So we went to her house for dinner. I was a junior. She was a senior. I had just gotten cut from the basketball team. Mike Cole cut me. And the reason he goes, you can do things better than most of the kids out here, but you're too short. And the kid he kept over me was an inch taller. But he went on to have a great basketball.
Did you say, fine, I'll go out for the wrestling team?
I did. Well, I did my sophomore year, and I should have went out again. But we went to her house. Her sister cooked chicken cordon bleu. It was I don't like chicken cordon bleu. I've had it twice. Once at Grizz pregame meal, and once with her. And then we didn't dance once. And at the end of the night, and I'm bummed. Like, this is the night before Thanksgiving. I had just gotten cut from the basketball team. And she goes, hey, we can go to my house. And I said, I don't have a swimsuit to hot tub. And she goes, you don't need one. And I said, I have to go hunting in the morning. And I went home. I left.
Well, did you have a good hunt the next day?
I did. Yeah. No, okay. It was worth, the weekend.
I mean, that's fine. Whatever. Sounds like it ended on a good note.
It did.
Next day. I mean.
All right. So I didn't miss out on anything. Prom-wise.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Don't even worry about it.
Because you went to a bigger school than, well, I don't know how big your school was.
My class was about 600 to 800 kids. So
okay. We had about 400.
Fairly big. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it was big. It wasn't as big as Folsom High School. That was a small college. Had like 5,000 kids there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. It was big. Yeah. It's just craziness.
What's your best memory of prom?
Probably my dresses. I loved my dresses.
Oh, of course. Okay.
I loved my looks. What can you say? But just having fun with everyone. It's a fun time. High school's a special time. Yes. It's like the first time in your life where you really you kind of try to come into your own a little bit and try to make your way. And, there's ups and downs, but you take away the good memories for sure.
Definitely do. And great friends from high school. I still have a couple of great, great friends that I stay in touch with.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Same.
Yes. All right. I'm going to let you roll. Please come back next week.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, no, we're here for the summer. We're here for the summer.
I have so Cola Bad Bear is going to be on the show tomorrow. Give me something. Give me some inside info on Cola that I can get her with something good.
Well, some like inside info. I don't know if I have any necessarily like inside scoop on her, but what I want to know more about is she has so many cool little deals right now that she has her hands in with like t-shirt sales, and she's just so involved in the Native community right now, and it's just getting better and better. And so I would love to know kind of what she's working on right now. Also, can we just say she was like the full-on star of the show at the powwow?
Yeah.
Like, tell her she was the star of the show. Love Ryan Davis, love Raekwon. No, Cola Bad Bear was the star. She was like a princess. It was so cool.
Love it.
And people were coming up and taking pictures with her, and she just looked so beautiful in her regalia, and like it. Yeah, no, she was the star.
Okay. I can't wait to chat with her tomorrow. It's my first time talking with her, I believe, and looking forward to that. So thank you for the info on that. We didn't even bring up the MSU rodeo teams. We'll talk about them next time.
I know. Oh my gosh.
Both headed back to nationals, and the women with another good shot behind Paige Rasmussen and the Moikins girl, Taylor Moikins. Man, they're good.
I know. And Caleb Berquist.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Let's not forget him.
All of them. They're just the coolest.
They are.
You watch those guys and you're like, why can't we be that cool, Jason?
Right? Well, I wish I was as cool as you. Like every time I talk with you, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's the best.
Oh, Jason, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm excited for Hall of Fame. It's going to be fun.
Yes.
But yes, and we'll be back next week. So
okay.
I'm excited.
Perfect. Alex Eschelman, ABC Fox Montana sports reporter, SWX. Thank you. I'm glad you're back.
Thank you.
And we'll talk next week.
Talk next week. Thanks, Jason.
That is Alex Eschelman joining us here, Jason Walker Show. She is the absolute best. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, wrap things up on this day in history, the walk-off, and more still to come. Jason Walker Show. Segment brought to you by Ruckers Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Ruckers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Ruckers Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Ruckers, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Ruckers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Everyone knows about Dinner's Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinner's Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinner's Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, Or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one? It feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Listen to The Jason Walker Show anytime and anywhere. Download The Jason Walker Show on iTunes, Google Play, or wherever you enjoy podcasts.
That includes Spotify, Anchor, SoundCloud, everywhere. Of course, you can always just go to jasonwalkershow.com. We have everything there. Click on our sponsor pages. Find out what they can do to help you, and that includes, above all, Handyman Services, our great Man Cave sponsor. They are offering a 10% discount up to $250 on a paint job for the house. So get a hold of them or any of our fantastic sponsors today. Big thanks to Alex Eschelman for joining us. She's fun. Looking forward to seeing her next month down in Billings. We'll get her on down there, hopefully. Speaking of next month, you've got a whole bunch of blood drives coming up for Troy Strong. We'll run through them real quick. You've got in Butte, June the 24th from 10 to 3:30 at the Maroon Activity Center at the MAC. And get a hold of the American Red Cross for any of these. Helena's is coming up June 22nd. At the Red Cross Blood Donation Center from noon to 5. My wife is signed up for that one. Also, Billings, June 22nd, 12:30 to 6 at Rocky Mountain College. Havers is coming up June 22nd as well. Bozeman has two, and that includes at the Blood Donation Center on Tuesday, June 21st, and then at MSU on Thursday, June 30th. Great Falls, Troy Strong Blood Drive is coming up Thursday, the 23rd of June. Kalispell's is the 22nd. And Missoula's is the 23rd. So all the Troy Strong Blood Drives. And Troy has been made a face, we love little Troy. He's been made a face of Make-A-Wish Foundation this year as well. So hit his first home run in baseball the other day. Saw that. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's do On This Day in History. It is May the 11th. It is National Third Shift Workers Day. I got to tell you, I worked overnights in radio my first, 3.5 years in radio. Billings and Bozeman, so much fun. It is School Nurse Day today, Receptionist Day, Eat What You Want Day, Foam Rolling Day, and Twilight Zone Day. On this date in 1897, Washington Senator catcher Charlie Farrell throws out 8 attempted base stealers in one game. 1919, Cincinnati Reds pitcher Rod Eller no-hit St. Louis. 1935, at the 60th Preakness, Willie Saunders Bird Omaha wins. Goes on to win the Triple Crown. 1963, Sandy Koufax, the second of his 4 no-hitters. Al Leiter threw a no-hitter for the Florida Marlins on this date against Colorado in 1996. And on this date in 1910, I don't know how many years that ago is, 82? Is that right? 92? A lot of years ago, Montana's Glacier National Park was formed.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Stop by Cafe Zydeco. Get your, the best Cajun food this side of New Orleans. It really is. And I don't just say that. It really is fantastic Cajun food. And I've told you this story before. I'm not a big fan of coleslaw. But whatever Cafe Zydeco does to their coleslaw is absolutely fantastic. And the first time I tried it, I was not a fan years ago. And then I tried Cafe Zydeco's, and I just had it on the side because I'm like, okay, I'm not a big fan of coleslaw. But then I crushed it. And then it comes in the po' boy. So you have to get the barbecue beef po' boy with the coleslaw in it. It's messy. It's fantastic. It's yummy. It is the best. And Cafe Zydeco will take care of you. In especially our first responders, our military. You get a free drink if you are a member of the military, if you are law enforcement, if you are a firefighter, EMT. You get a free drink with your order because Cafe Zydeco loves America and Cafe Zydeco loves our military and our first responders. Big thanks to Alex Eschelman for joining us today. Lots of fun chatting with her and catching up. She is, honestly, she is the best. Tomorrow on the show, Cola Bad Bear will join us. We're going to talk missing and murdered Indigenous women. We'll talk about everything she's got going on in her life. It's finals week at MSU. And she's going to join us tomorrow. And who knows who else? We're going to have a lot of fun. Make sure you join us in the Above All Handyman Services Man Cave at 4 p.m. If you miss anything or just want to re-listen or rewatch any of our previous shows, you go to jasonwalkershow.com. You can also click on the donate button. It's a big help to us. We have great sponsors, but any help is appreciated. We love what we do. 2.5 years strong, and in the last couple weeks, we've become one of the most listened to podcasts across the country. And I think maybe the most listened to in the state of Montana. Oh, we'll see you tomorrow at 4. That music went quick. Let's start it again. News coming up on TreasureStateRadio.com. We'll be back tomorrow at 4 o'clock with Cola Bad Bear. Hope you have a great, great Wednesday, everybody.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.